In this module, we're just going to introduce the periodic table and look at different ways we have of breaking it up and then describing it. So there's a periodic table. First thing is, if you can look at this in terms of columns, which we call groups or families, and rows, which we call periods. Now, we have a couple different ways of numbering the columns. One way is to just number them from left to right, 1 through 18. Another way involves letters and numbers, 1A, 2A for the first two. And when you see numbers down here in this second way of naming it, they would have B's after their letters. And then 3A, 4A, 7A through 8A. There's different reasons for the two systems. Mostly we'll deal with the top one, 1 through 18. It's the more modern one. Okay, so other ways of breaking up the elements in the periodic table. First, you see this staircase right here. Just remember it starts to the left of boron and then goes down, over, like that, just a staircase. In general, every element to the left of that is called a metal. Everything to the right is called a nonmetal. Metals to the left, nonmetals to the right. Except most of the elements that are touching this staircase are called metalloids. With the exception of aluminum, aluminum is a metal. So that means like boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, thorium. These are metalloids. Metalloids have properties between those of metals and nonmetals. We also have names for some of these groups. The first group, the first column, are called alkali metals. The second group are called alkaline earth metals. The very last group are called noble gases, sometimes inert gases. The next to the last column or group are called halogens. And there's names for a couple of these, but we don't have to worry about those. Now, another way of looking at, another area of the periodic table are the transition metals. You can see this kind of sunken block here, the yellowish region right in here. Everything here, in that whole block are called transition metals. Now, within the transition metals, there are the lanthanides and the actinides. Really, if we were to put them where they're supposed to go, the lanthanides, these elements, cerium through lutetium, and thorium through lawrencium, would go right here after lanthanum and actinium. But it's just really awkward to typeset that or to draw it. It makes it just really hard to read. So what we do is we just write them down here, and everybody that reads a periodic table understands that they really belong here and here. So we have alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, transition metals, halogens, noble gases, lanthanides and actinides, metals, nonmetals, metalloids.